Once again, more footage of the BG Foundation, Colonel Charles Young, second annual ride out. We're stopping at community centers, different things in the city where violence has occurred, just to show our support through vigilance. And right now we have one of the organizers, Mr. Veron Hayspell, and then we also have Mr. Murphy here, who's going to explain the significance of us being here at 52nd and Parkside at one of the best courts in the city. You already know. Give us a little something.
The reason we stopped here at 53rd and Parkside, one is one of the better recreation centers in West Philly. It's generally well populated and it has no particular incidents of violence. Also, the Evans Recreation Center works with us trying to do positive things for young people all the time. We will have a national night out event right around the corner over at Parkside in front of Lowe's.
Oh man, thank you so much for your guidance today.
A second stop at Colonel Charles bike ride.
And the purpose of stopping here is we want to show this community support because there's been a shooting in this area, and we want to make sure that the community is aware that there is support and people wanting and working for peace, and that's the change we want to make. So we want to be the change agent in this neighborhood, and that's why you're here.
Listen, we had to stop up here at 52nd and Girard on the ride out. Just recently, so much violence in the city, and particularly right here, a gentleman, I believe, was shot and killed by a young man on a dirt bike. It was all caught on video. It was a horrific situation, and we just out here riding for peace. So once again, we got Mr. Murphy and Brother Spell here to give us a little breakdown.
Again, the whole thrust is, in according to what you said, is to try to bring the emphasis on the positive, so that we can say to our community that A, you don't stand alone, B, we can find a better way to solve the problem. We are losing lives. It's a generation at risk. We're riding to make sure we bring that generation back and save it. So that's the point of the ride. Yes, we lost a life here, and there's gonna be other stops, and there's other places we lose lives. We gotta make sure we focus attention on it.
Solid, solid. Once again, thank you guys for your time today. Thank you to the Philadelphia Police Department for their escort. And thank you for all the kind neighbors in Philly blowing horns at us as we blocking the hell out of traffic today. Peace. You got Mr. Murphy with us again. We just riding through the hood. We still down West Philly. We down the hole right now, you know what I'm saying? Just stopping in the community, seeing like where violence occurs, just trying to ride for peace. People shouting us out as they see us. It's a great thing. So, Mr. Murphy, give us the significance of this location.
This location is a hotbed. It's a bunch of activity going here. Outside of the fact that you see the basketball courts, you got the courts, you got other trafficking that goes on. The object is you got a lot of good neighbors around this. We want the neighbors to know that they're not standing by themselves, that we stand with them. So that's the thrust of coming here today, to say to all these houses that they're not by themselves. And collectively together, we can stop the violence in our city.
Because we can do it.
We can do. We're the only ones can do it.
We're the only ones.
We're the only ones can do it.
Peace. So now we still down West Philly. We're at 48th and Brown right now. Another great basketball haven for West Philly right now. So once again, we got the Bruz Community Peace Ride, Bruz shooting the funk, little VJ up top. Mr. Murphy, give us a little breakdown.
Okay, we're at the Mill Creek Recreation Center. Here's Mr. Mill Creek. This recreation center and the men in Mill Creek, they work hard in this community. So we wanted to show appreciation for their efforts. We know that there's violence in and around this community, but we do know that there are sentinels right there doing the work to make a difference. And that's why we came to Mill Creek here. And then we're gonna go over to the Janie Blackwell Center, or the Lucy Lee Blackwell Center, which is brand new in the neighborhood, named after our very own Lucy Lee Blackwell.
And with that, we go head out.
We wanted to make the stop here in memory and honor of Lucy Lee Blackwell. This is a brand new community center. I think it's like 2 years old. It was put here to begin a change in the neighborhood. And if you look around at this community, you see change coming. You see the nice grass. In the inner city, you don't have this much grass right there for children to play. You have a center for them to use. I had the opportunity to work with Lucy Lee Blackwell before we went to Congress, and then work along with Jenny Blackwell while she was in City Council. So we had to do this in West Philly. Can't come to West Philly and not honor West Philly's own.
Peace.
Peace. Okay, we're at 38th and Folsom. We're in front of the Church of Faith Inc. We have the police with us. This is a neighborhood that reached out for help because of the activity that's going on in the community on a daily basis. So we came here at this church, we held a meeting. We have subsequently done town watch training with members of Folsom Street to get them engaged. The church pastor here is part of police clergy. So the police, the councilwoman, the captain of the district was also out here. So that what we did is we brought the community together to show them that they can make a difference and they don't stand by themselves. So that was the purpose of coming out to 38th and Folsom, to make sure that we let folks know we for real.
Hey, listen, and I think that from the footage we got today, you see it's a collaborative effort. Horns blowing, people shouting us out in the street. People do want change, and it starts with us. Peace.
Peace.